Tonight, we explore mysteries that remain quietly unresolved, stories that resist explanation, not because they lack investigation, but because certainty never arrived. Human curiosity is naturally drawn to unanswered questions, not out of fear, but fascination. Because mystery creates space for imagination, reflection, and humility. The first mystery takes place in the Ural Mountains of Russia. In 1959, a group of experienced hikers embarked on a winter expedition. Their journey appeared routine, until they failed to return. Search teams later discovered their campsite. The scene was unusual. Their tent had been cut open from the inside. Personal belongings remained. Footprints led away from the campsite, barefoot in freezing conditions. The hikers were found scattered across the landscape, some with injuries difficult to explain, others appearing to have fled without clear cause. Investigations produced theories: avalanche, weather phenomena, psychological panic, yet none fully accounted for all details. And so the event became known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, a mystery defined not by a single question, but by many small uncertainties. Another mystery involves a manuscript discovered in the early 20th century, a book written in an unknown script, filled with intricate illustrations of plants, celestial diagrams, and symbolic figures. Despite decades of analysis by linguists and cryptographers, the text remains undeciphered. Known as the Voynich manuscript, it exists as a quiet challenge to human interpretation. Some believe it to be an elaborate cipher. Others suggest an invented language. Some propose it may be an artistic creation without literal meaning. Yet the manuscript's consistency suggests intentional structure, a language that communicates, though its message remains inaccessible, which raises an intriguing possibility. That information can exist, yet remain beyond comprehension. Another mystery arrives not from Earth, but from space. In 1977, a radio telescope detected a powerful signal lasting 72 seconds. The signal's origin appeared extraterrestrial. Its characteristics did not match known terrestrial interference. Astronomers documented the event, marking the data with a simple annotation. Wow. The WOW signal has never been conclusively explained. Subsequent searches failed to reproduce it, leaving behind a single observation, suspended between explanation and speculation. There are also mysteries grounded in disappearance, stories where individuals vanish without trace, leaving behind questions rather than answers. One such case involves the Sodder children. In 1945, a house fire destroyed a family home. 5 children were believed lost in the blaze, yet no remains were recovered. Witness reports suggested sightings after the fire. Photographs emerged years later, hinting at possible survival. Investigations produced no definitive conclusion. The family spent decades searching, collecting fragments of possibility. The case remains unresolved, a reminder that absence of evidence does not always provide closure. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of unsolved mysteries is not the event itself, but the silence that follows, the quiet space where answers should exist. Human minds are drawn toward resolution. We seek patterns, causes, narratives that restore coherence. Yet mystery interrupts that process. It introduces ambiguity. And ambiguity can feel both unsettling and strangely beautiful. As you lie here tonight, listening to these stories, You may feel curiosity rather than discomfort. Because mystery does not demand fear, it invites reflection, reflection on the limits of knowledge, on the vastness of existence, and on the possibility that not all questions are meant to be answered immediately. The world contains countless stories, some documented, some forgotten, some unresolved, and within that collection of stories, mystery becomes part of the human experience, not as disruption, but as depth. Because certainty offers comfort, yet mystery offers wonder, and wonder is a quiet companion to sleep. So allow these unsolved stories to drift into the background, not as puzzles demanding solutions, but as reminders of the unknown. And as your thoughts begin to soften, remember that sleep does not require answers. It requires release, release of analysis, release of expectation, release of the need to understand every unexplained moment. Because peace can coexist with uncertainty, and within that quiet acceptance, sleep arrives, gently, softly, unaffected by unanswered questions.